sometimes I say, well, I really have the incorrect name for my book. I shouldn't have called it The Big Squeeze. I should have called it The Big Squeezes, because there really are many different squeezes that Americans face. And one is this, there's been this severe wage squeeze. Basically, we had a recession in 2001. The recession ended in November 2001. And the economic expansion went from November 2001 until the end of 2007. And during those 6 years, wages for the typical worker really rose by less than 1%. Yet, during those 6 years, the economy grew quite well. Corporate profits rose by 13% a year, and productivity per employee rose by 17%. So you had this unfortunate situation where companies were doing very well, thank you. Employee productivity was really going up very strongly, yet the typical worker was going nowhere economically. And I think some economists are saying that this economic expansion we had from 2001 and 2007 will prove exceptional because it evidently is the first time in American history that median household income actually declined during an economic recovery. For typical working age families led by someone under age 65, income is down about $2,000 since 2000. And that's very worrisome. And it was unhappy facts like these that caused me to write this book. I often thought that unless we know where we are, unless we know the economic situation that so many of us are facing, it's really hard to know where we're going to go. It's really hard to know how we're going to fix things. So there's been this wage squeeze that isn't sufficiently recognized. Then there's also been, as many of you know, this squeeze on health benefits. Again, we had this economic recovery for years, and yet during that time, 8 million Americans lost health insurance, which again shouldn't be happening. When the economy was growing before this horrible downturn began, the number of people without health insurance should have declined. It should not have increased. So right now, according to the latest estimates, nearly 49 million Americans are without health insurance. That's nearly 1 in 6 Americans. And as Randy will no doubt explain, we are considered the wealthiest nation on earth, yet we have 1 in 6 Americans without health insurance. We as a nation spend more than $6,000 a year on health insurance per American. That's twice as much as France and Germany do, 2.5 times as much as Japan does. They have universal health coverage. We don't. So there are problems there. Even for workers with health insurance, they have to pay far more for their health insurance premiums than was the case just a few years back. The typical worker paying for family health coverage has to pay twice as much in premiums as was the case 7 years ago. They have to pay $1,700, $1,800 more. So you have wages flat and people forking over more for health coverage.